Don't go build no life without me, cause you mine still. And I don't wanna go unless you make me. Pretty face, pretty tender, but pretty taught me ugly lessons. Pretty had me giving more than I was getting. So pretty don't come with something, well then I did it. Shame to tell my friends how much I do for you, cause they know that you would never do the same for me. I wasn't looking for your secrets, they just came to me. And they contradicted everything you claim to be. I took you to the club and you hugged on somebody that I know. And I know them type of hugs, same I do to women when I know I used to. And I know they were there, but they never brought it up. I'm down these days, down to do better, cause you know I done enough. You should lay it down, we'll talk about it when you up. But she don't wanna go to sleep, she angry. Lately she been noticing he ain't me. I wish that we can change places. Don't want no new faces. She got my heartbeat racing. They say time heals. Don't go build no life without me, cause you mine still. And I don't wanna go unless you make me. Down on my knees, open, you take me. Better tell that you mine. Heard you been trying to tie the knot. Girl, tell me you lying. Let me beat that yeah, one more time. Let me beat that yeah, one more time. I know that you fiend for this. I know that you did not forget. So don't go to sleep. And she don't wanna go to sleep, she angry. Lately she been noticing he ain't me. I wish that we can change places. Don't want no new faces. She got my heartbeat racing. They say time heals. Don't go build no life without me, cause you mine still. And I don't wanna go unless you make me. Lately I've been gone, I'm feeling crazy. Yeah, I'm from the bricks, we got a whole lot of bricks, you got a whole lot of tricks, and I wanna see what you do with them.
Play with me, y'all know y'all bitches know I'm the queen. You hoes know, you dirty bum, no. Got the strings on them.
Woke up, the price of woke up. I just hit them with the low cut, then call my folks up. Somebody about to get poked up, go call a tow truck. All that talking out your neck might just get your throat cut. This a Mack truck, not a black truck. When we move, tell them back up. Click, click, clack, duck. Hella bands, pull up, stashed up. Super facts up. Or you Rosa Parks, get your ass up. Yikes, I play tag and you it for life. Yikes, you a clown, you do it for likes. Yikes, yes it's tight, but it doesn't bite. Rip it right, he be like, yikes, what's the hype? This is something light. Yikes, out of town on consistent flights. Yikes, work hard, just a different way. Get your life, you bitch ain't living right.
Yeah, I keep 2 9s, yeah. You see my face all over that Fendi design, yeah. Soon as request you, boy, you throw up peace signs, yeah. You don't want that action, pull your card, you decline, yeah. I keep 2 dimes, yeah. Walk up to a bad be like, I think you fine, yeah. I don't play with demons, Satan, get thee behind, yeah. About to gift up a margarita with 2 limes, yeah. Oh, I've been the same, ain't she changed, this ain't nothing new. That pretty frame, diamond chain, what the fuck it do? Yo, clear the way, it's some bad bitches coming through. I give 2 F's like the letters that are on my shoe.
Yikes, I play tag and you it for life. Yikes, you a clown, you do it for likes. Yikes, yes it's tight, but it doesn't bite. Rip it right, he be like, yikes, what's the hype? This is something light. Yikes, out of town on consistent flights. Yikes, work hard, just a different way. Get your life, you bitch ain't living right.
Back talk, but ain't got no mouth for money bag talk. It's quiet, ain't no back talk. Quiet, ain't no back talk.
They wanna eat off my plate. They wanna eat off me. When I had my vision, you couldn't see. I'm off the better things. I'm only doing it's gonna make me elevate. Only one people around that's gonna make me better. And that it's so They ask how I get that I'm too busy getting this money, getting this cheddar. My daddy let me down, but I promise you I won't let her. I want to say, man, make me better. Me my breast still beef right now, cause he ain't get that letter. To the pain. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, everybody. I can't trust nobody. I need me chat party. Don't invite me to no party. Pull up in that it's so They ask how I get that I'm a hustler, baby. You must not know me, baby. I'm off the better things. I'm only doing gonna make me elevate. Only one people around that's gonna make me better. And that it's so They ask how I get that
You been cutting me out. You been stuck in the clout. I gave you money through the pandemic when you were just stuck in the house. Do the bust down challenge again on the ground, mama. In your mouth, do it. Don't stop. Keep going, keep f***ing it out. I'm different when it comes to trust. I never leave my bros. Voice of the streets plus me and India relationship goals. I love niggas I had love for. They mean me well. They praising cause told on bro like they ain't see him tell. But me,
I'm off the better things. I'm only doing it's gonna make me elevate. Only one people around that's gonna make me better. And that it's so They ask how I get that pull up in that it's so They ask how I get that Can't worry about nobody, gotta worry about my business. Don't bring them around me, on them they intentions.
90.7 WTCC FM, y'all ready?
Trippin'. I stay out the way, gotta make sure I keep my distance. Why they wanna hate me? Crazy. She mad I took her. That's how I bust it, baby. Yeah, you must not know me, baby. I'm off the better things. I'm only doing it's gonna make me elevate. Only one people around that's gonna make me better. They ask how I get that They ask how I get that I'm off the better things. I'm only doing it's gonna make me elevate. Only one people around that's gonna make me better. And that it's so They ask how I get that
Bam.
Yeah.
Half the people have masks on, half of them didn't.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
And I ain't never had this happen before. Heartbreak so deep.
90.7 WTCC FM. My name is D Moss. I'm hoping everybody can hear us out there.
Yes, sir.
All right, yo, so let's get it. So I'm on my man Rob Jones. I got my co-hostess with the mostest, and her name is what? NBS Malay. There we go. Then in the background, she being all quiet and cool. She got the sunglasses, man. It's like 12 midnight up here and wherever we at in Arabia. And we got the chimney smoke up in her. Oh, word. Let's go to the comments up here. See what people are saying. We'll put them like nice, close, and special. How's that? Erica and Dino in the house.
Yo,
Ask me how I do it. I'm from Massachusetts. Hey.
I bump that song all the time.
Yo,
That's
his
on
show's
my-
lit, huh?
That's on my playlist.
Yo, that joint's crazy. All right, man. So we doing something like we do first Monday of every month. My man Rob Jones in the house, man. He got some things he want to complain. I mean, he want to talk about. So yo, man, Mike is all ears. What we talking about, bro?
So a couple of weeks ago, there was a policy that was enacted in the cover of darkness in the woods where no one really knew about. And it was a policy between the Springfield School Committee and the Springfield Police Department. And if you're a parent in Springfield and you have a kid or children going into attending public schools in Springfield, you need to know about the new expanded, and this is my words, expanded surveillance policy, where the school committee is allowing the Springfield Police Department, who got an F by the Department of Justice for a whole host of reasons, but the school committee is allowing the Springfield Police Department unfettered, unrestricted, unvarnished access to all the cameras in the Springfield public schools. So if your child's sitting there, Big Brother's going to be watching, and you know who that policy is targeting. And the other issue with that policy is that it's open-ended. It doesn't have any expiration date. So this can go on forever unless somebody stops them. Not surprising when the vote came up that Denise Hurst voted against it, LaTonya Naylor voted against it, and Barbara Gresham voted against it. So that leaves the balance of the other school committee members, including the chair and the vice chair, that voted for it. So that has some pretty auspicious background to it too. My son goes to a charter school. Charter schools aren't governed by the Springfield Public Schools, so the charter schools aren't going to be giving Springfield Police Department unfettered access to cameras inside the schools. They have access to the cameras outside the schools, and okay, I can understand that. But to be spying and watching on your kids while they're sitting in class, if you have an agenda against the kid, you can create enough evidence against that child just simply watching them 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, or 7 hours a day, 5 days a week while they're in school. I think it is an abject violation of students' privacy, and it opens up for further abuse from a currently very abusive law enforcement entity, also known as the Springfield Police Department. Did you guys know about this?
Nah, I got a phone call a few weeks ago, and somebody said they had heard from a school committee member talking about the surveillance system in the schools and the police department having unlimited access to it. And I felt the same concern you had. So I started calling other people to see if they knew about it. It's like, yo, how do you pass a policy like that and not do due diligence to ensure that the community at large was fully aware of what was going on and to what extent? Mm-hmm. If you have kids in the public school system, you should be concerned that, especially with this police department with Cheryl Clapprood, it's like, come on, man, you can't leave anything to chance. Yeah, and I think people really need to call the school department, make them complaints, call the mayor's office, make those complaints. Do what you need to do, but get up on it. We can't let something like that slide. And to see if it's something that can be reversed. If it's something that if it's a policy that they eventually institutionalize, it's going to set a precedent. It's going to, other school systems are going to do the same. We have one of the largest school systems in New England. For them to do that, without just cause, was there a shooting in the school? Did somebody get stabbed up in the school? Were there gang fights in the school? It's like, how do you just allow them access?
But what's crazy with what you're saying, Daryl, is that there hasn't been school for over a year with COVID.
Right. The
kids weren't even in school. So, like, what's the agenda behind creating this policy? Ms. Perez, I believe it was born out of her subcommittee, and I think it's titled Legislation and Contracts. It was introduced out of her subcommittee, and then it was voted on. And when you have three people voting against it, that's not the majority, so the majority won. But it's like, what are you thinking with that policy? And like you mentioned, why wasn't there any public debate on it? And why isn't anybody screaming at the top of their lungs? You already have Quebec officers in the schools, and there's been some issues in the past with them. Now you're going to compound that with surveillance? It's like Big Brother's watching. So if they want to put something on you, it's like, we'll just watch this kid long enough and we'll just start creating a dossier against it. And I don't want to hear it's for, we're not going to abuse the power. All they do is abuse power. So, it's crazy. What do you think, Malay?
I agree.
I mean, can you imagine just the cameras on your child every single day?
I remember
Yeah,
it was,
someone say something.
I know I last heard this when you was talking about this the last time, and it's outrageous. I agree that it's outrageous. I don't think it's fair. So.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous, to be honest with you. Again, for them to pass that policy, it's absolutely crazy. And there's been no write-ups about it. There's been no public discourse on it. Absolutely nothing. It just is what it is. They said, hey, we're going to allow the police access. The sad part is, even our school committee members of color, although they voted against it, they still have a responsibility to bring that information to the public light. For no one to speak out publicly on it is absolutely insane. And that's Barbara Gresham, LaTonya Naylor, Denise Hurst. You have a responsibility to bring this information back to the public. If you can go on every other talk show to talk about, I don't know what it is they talk about in them other talk shows, but they're on frequently, then you need to come on. You need to talk about this as well.
Yeah.
It's a precursor to a reinforcement of the vaccinations before they make them, a must.
And that's just
for
it.
them to be in school because, as one of the smaller hub cities, we're still very prominent just because of our location. That's why that building is downtown. It's not. There's only like 5 or 6 in the whole country. That's not a regular, that kind of building down there. So at the end of the day, like, is that just a test? Because we're always a test because we're the small hub city. Do you understand?
Just like with that vaccine,
it's gonna go everywhere where they're gonna put the cameras in the schools and allow the police to have access to that because it's a precursor for reinforcement before they make those vaccinations mandatory. No, they haven't been in school. So once they do get in school, though, you know what I'm saying? Now that they are going back, before it's like mandatory that they make you go back and they're not giving you an option to stay home anymore. You know what I'm saying? They're going to make you go if you have that vaccination.
Right. Yeah.
So they're not going to just let you walk into the school. Do you understand? Because the police know that your child is there.
Yeah. And I want to amplify something that you just said. But before that, I just wanted to shout out Rodney Mayfield Sr. What's up, Rodney? Rodney said, come on, black people of Springfield. And I want to talk about that for a quick second. There's about 30,000 black people in Springfield. And I'm going to pause it and say maybe 80% of those black people are of voting age, anywhere between 70 to 80%. I mean, that's not scientific. That's just anecdotal. So if every black person, nobody can win an election. I say that to say that nobody can win an election in this city at any level, whether it's mayor, whether it's city council, whether it's school committee, without the black vote. So isn't this year a voting year?
Yeah, for school committee and city council. Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
absolutely.
Black people, like Ronnie said, come on, man, with it. You got to get out and you got to vote these people out and put somebody in who really has a vested interest, a fiduciary interest, acting as fiduciaries, because that's what these school committee members are, acting as fiduciaries. We're acting in the best interest of our children. This new policy is not acting in the best interest of our children.
I mean, it's bad enough they've already criminalized. They've criminalized our kids years ago. So it's nothing new. To put another measure to oversee them as if we're on a plantation is kind of absolutely insane. So yeah, that's a critical issue. People need to be aware of that. People need to spread the word, talk about it, especially if you have kids in the school system. Let people know about this. And more importantly, make sure you let the municipality know that you're not cool with it. If you're cool with it, that's cool. State your case. But if you're uncomfortable with it, let somebody know, make those phone calls and let the city know.
And another alternative to what Daryl just said was, other than voting these cats out, is drop them into a charter school.
Yeah, school choice is always an option.
Yeah. But one of the things I want to amplify your comment about the vaccines, there's a heavy push around the country to get rid of exemptions. So there's typically 3 exemptions when it comes to a vaccine, when it comes to the school system, or in general. You have the religious, well, you have the medical exemption,
Mm-hmm.
you have the religious exemption, and then some states have a philosophical exemption. California removed their exemptions years ago. And the reason why I say California is like, why are you saying California? We're in Springfield. Because when things happen in California, because they're the largest economic state in the country and top 5 GDP as a state for the world. I mean, the GDP in California rivals, 98% of the countries around the planet. So when things happen in California, then it starts migrating east, and then Texas is the next one. And then when it happens in Texas, it eventually will go here. So I say that to say New York, I think a few years ago, eliminated through legislation, the legislators voted to get rid of the exemptions. So Connecticut, I found out, got rid of their exemptions recently. So you got New York got rid of their exemptions. Connecticut, which is right next door, got rid of their exemptions. Yeah, I know Mass still has a medical exemption and a religious exemption. I know New Hampshire, because my nephew's up in New Hampshire, they have that too. But eventually, you don't know what the legislators are doing. They might try to get rid of that exemption, and which will force your kid to get a vaccine if you're not for the vaccine. I'm not for the vaccine. That's just my personal choice. I don't trust it because I don't trust the government. And
you don't trust the American government?
No, man.
Come on, man.
No, Charlie.
They housed and fed your people for a couple of 100 years, man.
And you know what? People like Tim Scott will be like, "That's what they did."
Like, I like what
America,
you just said.
America ain't racist.
Yeah. Bottom line is, we got there's so much to be discussed. There's so much that folks need to think about. And I'm gonna let you know right now, June 27th, we have Umar Johnson coming to town.
Yes, sir.
But it's all sold out. But this upcoming Sunday, we have the screening of Buck Breaking.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all might want to come on out to Our Journey, 361 Albany Street. I think that's the address. I know it's on August.
Chicopee, right?
Nah, Springfield. And come on out and get involved in the conversation on Buck Breaking. I'm telling you, it's like a puzzle, man. All these pieces tie in together. So,
and with Buck Breaking, it's so illuminating. It hits you in the face, even if you want to deny what's going on. Deny the war against the Black family, deny the war against Black men, deny the war against Black women. You can't dismiss it with this documentary. Come, bring your kids. They need to. Were we echoing here?
Yeah.
They need to see. They need to see this too, because we are under constant attack. So we've got Dr. Umar coming in. The dude's very knowledgeable. The dude's not, but Jess was like butt breaking. Buck, B-U-C-K, Buck breaking. Just get off the thread, man.
That's concerning.
That's disconcerting, man. Just the facts, man.
Yeah, I remember that. He said butt break. My bad. 90.7 WTCC FM. My name is D Moss. On with who? She gave us the Patti LaBelle version this time.
No, she
and my man Rob Jones. He said I would do no such thing.
But yeah, I ain't doing that. But you know what? Another thing I wanted to quickly talk about is there's a lot of talk going around for the 100-year commemoration of Tulsa. And, a lot of people didn't know about Tulsa. A lot of Black people didn't know about Tulsa. The Gap Man's name is derived from 3 streets in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I think Green, Archer, and
one of their biggest hits, "You Dropped a Bomb on Me," was about Tulsa.
Yeah.
You dropped a bomb on me,
so,
baby. Oh, I'm sorry.
That was the first time bombs were dropped on.
No, it wasn't the first time. They dropped they dropped dynamite sticks on Birmingham. They called it Birmingham.
Oh, okay. All right. So a lot of the bombing on American soil was bombing black enclaves, prosperous black enclaves. I remember in my years, the whole Philadelphia bombing.
Was that 1940?
Yeah, maybe 40, 42.
Nah, that was Operation
Move, right?
Operation Move in Philadelphia. They destroyed 11 city
Is
blocks.
this FCC?
A number of people were killed, injured. We still have people who are locked up and incarcerated from that movement, although they were innocent. So,
yeah. One of the things that we should be pushing as a community, as people, we talk about reparations. The survivors, and there's only a handful, and these people they've been holding on, but black people tend to live long lives. Those folks need reparations, and the descendants of those folks need reparations too. One of the things when you talk about the massacre, because we're not using pretty words or euphemisms, is we're going to call it what it is, the massacre. The one thing that, you got to think about that massacre that happened in Tulsa is not only were they dropping nitrogen. It was basically like a napalm. It was like a napalm product, very incendiary. It drops and spreads fires quick. So not only were they dropping bombs, you got to realize the police were helping. They talk about, it was just a few bad apples. It was the whole white community. So it wasn't a few bad apples. And then you had the police helping them, and then you had the National Guard helping too, because other black communities around Tulsa, they wanted to come and help, but they were blocking the railroads, they were blocking roads, the National Guard. So the National Guard that's the government, right? So you had the National Guard.
They had a National Guard back then?
Well, yeah. And then you have don't look at me like that. I'm just trying to make it so people understand.
I get you, man. Yo, preach, brother.
So,
Preach.
And the other thing too, they were killing black men, women, and children, burning their homes down. But that community also had banks, and those folks were going in the banks, taking all the money out. So not only were they burning things down, they were robbing them of their wealth.
And something that people fail to mention is the fact that a lot of those business owners owed money to business owners in the black community.
Yeah.
The banks were underwriting the mortgages of white settlers over in Tulsa during that time. Business owners were getting their loans from some of the black businessmen. They owed credit. Remember, coming off the plantations, your primary, I guess, how can I say this? The best laborers were those folks coming off the plantations.
Yeah.
When we think of plantations or folks leaving, we think of these old slaves who can't do like this and can't do nothing. Let me tell you, they were your blacksmiths. They were your carpenters. They were, anything that had to be made, your seamstresses, anything that had to be made, created, serviced, that was them.
Yeah.
Pre-union, that was them. So a lot of these folks relied heavily on these folks, these newly freed individuals,
because they had
for
no
everything.
Skills.
They had, very little skills, and it was a very industrious community. They had communities like that in Charlotte, Durham, a number of 3 or 4 different locations in Florida, Wilmington. There were Tulsa wasn't the only industrious black community. There were industrious black communities all over the country.
And what happened to them, though?
When you read about the Red Summer of 1929, a lot of those communities were destroyed, demolished. They called them riots, but they weren't riots. They were actually massacres. There were massacres. There are mass graves all over this country.
What's that place? Devil's Punch Bowl?
Yeah, down in Mississippi. That was right after the Civil War. And that atrocity was committed by Union soldiers, the very same soldiers that everybody's telling us now that we need to, take our hat off and say a prayer because those folks saved us. I think a lot of the black folks saved themselves. I honestly believe the North was losing, which is why Abraham Lincoln initially freed the slaves who lived along the border states. When he talked about the Emancipation Proclamation, it originally freed folks along the border states in the South because they were losing. And when they, those newly freed folks got a hold of guns, weapons, and were given the ability to fight with the promise of freedom, it completely turned that war around. They're not going to talk about that, but know that. So, I mean, the Union troops, when they got through Mississippi, there was such an overcrowding. There was so many freed slaves, freedmen who were coming to that particular area of, I forgot the city in Mississippi, but they had to do something. They began to push all, men, women, children towards the edge of this cliff they called the Devil's Punch Bowl. Thousands upon thousands of them fell over it and died to their death. To this day, there's a section that they call the Devil's Punch Bowl because fruit trees, natural
Features,
bushes, all types of stuff grow there. It's so thick you can't get in. So, I mean, read your history, man. Study up, people. There's just so much that we don't know about this country that we're learning today. For those who don't know, today is Memorial Day. I've been sharing all week when you talk about Memorial Day. I don't know how many people understand that Memorial Day was started by freed Africans, newly freed Africans from freed from enslavement. They fought for the Union Army. They actually helped to defeat the city of take custody of the city of Charlotte. It was black soldiers who got the military there as well as the city and state officials to turn over their flags, which is really dope. One of the things that most black people know is that the public school system does a horrible job teaching black history. I'm gonna read. They'll gladly tell you all the wonderful things that Europeans did, but the contributions of Africans in America are kept entirely on the back burner. A fact you should probably know is that African Americans are the reason that Memorial Day even exists. According to Professor, again, if they challenge you on it, tell them one their own professors, David Blight from Yale University, clearly stated that the event began on May 1st, 1865. A group of former slaves in Charleston, South Carolina, gave a proper burial to 257 mostly black Union soldiers who'd been put into a mass grave. So as you celebrate Memorial Day, keep that in mind. As a matter of fact, there are so many things where the origins begin, things actually begin with our community and have been co-opted. So I'm going to end it with that. But just be aware, this is America, man. Don't take anything for granted. Don't think times have changed because this is 1921. What is it? Did I say 1921?
Yep.
2021. Yeah. I'm sorry. There's very little difference.
And they're wilding out. They're still wilding out. And you know what?
Except we can get on the radio and talk our ish without having to worry about the Klan being outside lynching us.
Yeah.
Okay, at least in Springfield.
Or be ready.
I don't know about
Always
Enfield.
be ready. Always be ready. Don't have your kids walking out alone. Don't have your women walking out alone. Always be there to protect. And listen, and this is off topic a little bit, but put the cameras down.
Put the what?
Put the cameras down if you see a black person getting beat down in the street over some nonsense. It's like, I'm filming it. Help them. I mean,
so you're saying assault a police officer?
Hey.
Well,
if a police officer's jumping on your back, Daryl, I mean, I might let them get at you for 5 minutes, but then I'm gonna get in there.
You 300 pounds. Just make sure you land on. Just make sure you get them, and not me.
I'll give him a few more minutes to get in, because this boy was talking some junk to me last week. So get some licks in. But we have to protect each other, man. We have to protect each other. Like Dr. John Henrik Clarke said, we have no friends. And those words are resonating when the first day he said it to this day, and even before he said it. Stop falling for the okie doke. And I'm going to repeat what Rodney Mayfield said. Come on, black people. Come on. Even though he said Springfield. Vote these cats out.
Yeah.
Vote them out.
Everybody needs to be held accountable. Absolutely.
There it is right there.
All right. And you heard it. That's Rob Jones. Tell him why you upset right now, man.
I'm always upset, man.
That school committee joint is crazy though, man. Allowing police full access. Then I heard that they brought up one of the school committee members, I think might have been Barbara Gresham, raised an argument and talking about why it was so wrong and said, it's oppressive, something to that nature. And I heard the mayor went up, there we go again. Everything is racist. I was like, he said what?
Yeah, everything is racist.
But which is why hopefully at some point, maybe if we're lucky, we can get one of the school community members to come on to the radio show and talk about it.
Yeah.
Or go on somebody's radio show and talk about it.
Yeah. I mean,
it's open season of melanated people.
Oh yeah. Yeah, only
they have
for the last couple of 100 years.
I mean,
half a millennium.
Yeah, forever. But they recently just said the okay. Like it can be had in public. On TV, they don't care.
Well, I don't know if you saw the video of and I can't think of his name, but he's a well-known activist in Chicago. He gets pulled over by the police, and he's like, "Well, just step out. Step out for what? So we can talk about it." Like, man, da 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 da. So he steps out, and he's like, "Turn around." It's like, step out.
Yeah.
And he tries to put cuffs on him, and then he's not letting the cop put the cuffs on him, and then he's trying to accost him. And one of his boys comes from behind and grabs the cop by the neck and there's a melee. I mean, they get arrested, but the community came out. Okay, this is being on code. The community came out and they paid their bail because there's a lot of black people sitting in jail that don't have the money just to even pay bail.
Right.
And if they can get out, they got some, piss poor public defender, and oftentimes the DAs are acting as defense attorneys for the police instead of being the DA.
Yeah.
But
and that's another thing, man. If you find yourself getting profiled by the cops, even whether you're in Springfield, Hartford, it doesn't matter. You got to tell somebody, man. Let people know, because everybody treats these things as if it's an isolated incident.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
After so many occurrences, man, there's a pattern. Once you have a pattern, it's no longer isolated. And it's like, I know when I worked for Dominic, I was
just a few bad apples.
Remember that time I was on the phone with you?
Yeah.
And I'm on the phone, I'm like, yo, Rob, this dude about to pull me over.
Yeah.
I had just left the meeting with Cheryl Claproot and Dominic and all them folks talking about the level of diversity they had in the police department.
First, he was watching you.
He was coming down the opposite way on State Street, and then he made the U-turn.
I'm talking about the time when you were at the gas station and you said hi to the cops.
Man, I must have got pulled over so many times. I go to work and they're like, are you sure it's not something you did? No, bro. I was black. But that time I had you on the phone, I'm like, yo, this dude's pulling me over. Watch this. He's going to come back to the car in 2 minutes, get back my license, and apologize. But that's with me. What happens to everybody else that get pulled over? And they treat everything as if it's an isolated incident. And the only way we can get past that is if people begin to speak up and start saying something, man. You can't. Don't sit there and suffer silently in your oppression, man. Let people know.
And a lot of these cops too.
Liberated. I ain't downtown.
A lot of these cops, they're trying to trigger you because as black people, we're very emotional people. Yeah. And they're trying to trigger you so you can say, you're going against my Constitution. The Constitution wasn't written for us. Or you're like, or you say, I'm sovereign. Where? You ever hear that argument? I'm sovereign, and then you face dirt. Your face first in the dirt.
Any community that cannot protect itself leaves itself wide open for exploitation. I want to shout somebody out, y'all. My girl, thanks so much, girl. She's a grown woman. Tanisha Arena. Let me tell y'all right now, if you don't follow her, she's on Holyoke Media. If you do not follow her, you're missing out. If you've never had a conversation with her, you are missing out. Follow her. She has a video. I'm not sure how often she releases it, but anytime I see it, I share it. Follow Tanisha Arena. She's the executive director of Arise, and they're downtown on what street is that? Oh my God. I just went blank. School Street. So check them out. Support Tanisha Arena and Arise, but whatever you do, hit her page, man. Make sure you follow her because she drops jewels in a way that I haven't seen anybody do around here in a long time. And you're absolutely right, Tanisha. None of this happens in a vacuum at all, man. School Street.
Yo, Tanisha, I sent you an email a while back too, and you never hit me back.
Yeah, you could probably get that in the email.
Yeah, well, I did send an email.
Listen, man, we got some work. I'm gonna also tell folks, follow
I got pink sneakers on.
Follow
red.
Follow PVP, the Pioneer Valley Project. Follow them. They also do good work. But I'm telling you right now, follow Tanisha. I look forward to her videos, man. I leave there. I've been motivated. I write all types of poetry and everything.
Read my email, Tanisha.
So anything else you want to add, bro? Because we're gonna get down to some music. We have another guest waiting.
Yeah. I'm gonna bounce.
Hit her up, Tanisha at arisespringfield.org.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else we want to add?
No, just appreciate the folks that tune in and in the comments too. Just don't tune in. We look at your comments. Sometimes we say them, but we read every comment, and your input is valuable. So keep, except for Rodney, keep giving that input. Keep giving us that feedback. Vote these cats out. Got to hold folks accountable.
And I'm gonna tell you, keep coming through, sharing that information, because if we don't share it, if we don't share it, I'm gonna play some KRS-One somewhere up in here.
Don't you fall
All right, y'all.
for it.
Don't fall for it.
Don't you fall for it.
Don't fall for it.
Keep your head up, never let up, never let them get you fed up. You just step up, get your rep up, get your cash up, get your check.
All right, y'all. We can get down to some music. Rob, thank you so much, man.
Thanks.
They target those who speak up. You guys are on point. Yeah, you're right, Mayfield. They do target people who speak up. Tracy Chappelle, what's good? You speak up, they come looking for you. If you think I'm lying, check with my man Kayshawn Harris, aka DJ Boogie. He spoke up. They came knocking on his door with the cruisers, looking for his license to carry and his weapons. So whatever you do, make sure you protect yourself.
I'm sorry.
Respect yourself and always stay on code. All right, y'all. We're gonna move on to the next phase. What's good? You ready?
Yeah.
You with me? You awake?
He just hit me in my neck.
He hit you in your. He assaulted you. That was a mighty white of you, bro. All right, y'all. So we're gonna play some music, and let's see. We have what's her name calling in, Sarah?
Lissy Lynn.
Lissy Lynn from California. What part of California?
Part of California, you in Lissy Lynn.
So she's gonna be calling. She's gonna be checking in a few minutes. We're gonna get some music. We're gonna check in. We're gonna come right back, play a little music, come back, and we're gonna get my girl Malay all up in this conversation. So what we talk about, we don't know, but we're gonna do it. Din it.
K Prime production on this. New books, new facts, new hooks, new tracks, new tools, new gas. You fools should move back. Original, boom bap, mystery school rap. Within the Pythagorean harmonics crowds, I move back. Who's that? The one that runs this mic and 1,000 others. For further evidence, you can check this very album cover. I'm about to smother the ignorance out you motherfuckers. You sleeping on this teacher? Let me get you out them covers. No time for sleeping, no joking. Stay awoke, African. Don't you fall for it. Don't you fall for it. Keep your head up, never let them get you fed up. You just step up, get your rep up, get your cash up, get your check up. The whole system's a setup. It's time we really get up. We've been about this revolution from the time we met up. Take it back, I got my fists up, Malcolm X in 88. But revolution only works for those that will participate. You are great, they are fake. Yo, it's time to demonstrate higher level mental states. Conscious people congregate, show the love, not the hate. This is basic, no debate. But these people are debating and they hating, they should wait. It was bickering amongst ourselves and got us in this state. Yeah, the truth is inconvenient, but the truth is never late. You can't see what they be doing, how they thinking, how they moving. You can't see what they pursuing, making claims, none are proven. Don't fall for it, don't fall for it, don't fall for it, don't fall for it. We can see who is the enemy. Sovereignty's the remedy. You don't need telepathy, it's white supremacy. Don't fall for it, don't fall for it, don't fall for it, don't fall for it. Bringing the raw, doing a tour. Government officials bringing the law. You never see what you never saw. 303, open the door. Knowledge reigns, that is the game. Ignorance, that is insane. Don't fall for it. The reps and the Dems are the same. This one's shooting us up. That one's locking us up. This one got us stuck. That one's out of luck. You can front if you need to. The cycle never ends. No justice, but in 4 years they hyping us again. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. If you thinking and you earning and you drinking and you burning and you really not concerning with the news and what they learning, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. If you love it, never hate it. You agreeing, don't debate it. HBC, you educated. Your degree is highly rated. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't you fall for it. Don't fall for it. Yo, me, I'm not a fake dude. I'ma keep it real. They see through it all out. America needs a heel deal. America ain't really sick. This is what it really is. Gunshots and cages for black and brown little kids. Now they acting like they not the cause of how we live. Do not tell me what you gonna do. I can see what you did. Look at her, look at him, look at them, look at me. Do you see our interests represented in society? No, you don't, and you won't, cause democracy's a joke. Every 4 years, these same people asking us to vote. Nothing changed but the Range Rover switching lanes over. I remain the flamethrower. Knowledge reigns, game over. Don't fall for it. Don't you fall for it. Rodney King, George Floyd, man, we all saw it. So don't protest with defiance, but don't move with self-reliance. While the soul is being silenced for the religion of science. Don't fall for it. Don't you fall for it. Don't fall for it.
King, I ain't no joke. Ride with me, let me talk to you. Don't never let another in the walk through you. This I'm just saying, young fella, they gon' keep pushing buttons so you fucking explode and catch a body or something. Even though I'm not saying catch a body, but sometimes they gotta go. So right now, put an end to that. This shit you ate. That nigga ate your food in your face. Where they do that at? He extra cool for that. When you go and stand up, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Man up, get your kicks back. Put your dukes up, shorty, I'm old school. Yeah, win some, you lose some, but you still live. D-Boom kid, hit him with a brick. That's just to let the other kids know you ain't fooling around no more. Then walk off with a stroll. In a bop like Rakim. Like who can stop him? Like who can stop him really? 8 years later, he's 16. Now he a Willie. They nicknamed him Willie. A bully beater. He known for the defending, no lawyer this shit, but he still passed the bar and looking at. Like where's the bullies at? You got to stand for yourself. Woman and man is for self. Open that can, get it dealt with. You got to stand for yourself. You got to stand for yourself. Woman and man is for self. Open that can, get it dealt with. You got to stand for yourself. Look. She been through a lot of things and starts home. Seen her mom go through it and lie about it and say daddy loves her. She just tripped, blood on her lip. Baby carries on. Growth process started very young. She grew something. She knew something was different when men started to holler. Yeah, men started to holler. She looked like your daughter before she left the crib. Shit. I know probably hitting you right now. Think about it. He probably hitting her right now. Remember the last bruises you asked about? She said she was jump roping with her homegirl. Ish. And you believed her. Now you need her. What was left was the jump rope and the sneaker. Manipulation. You got to stand for yourself. Woman and man is for self. Open that can, get it dealt with. You got to stand for yourself. You got to stand.
She said we should be in the church basement.
Hello, how you doing? Hey, I'm from Massachusetts. Okay. We don't like to greet you, speak your piece and keep it moving. Say the belly of the beast, or how you smelling like a sewer. It's gonna kill you if you clean and do your dirty to remove you. They say, how the hell you do it? I'm from Massachusetts. I don't trust a soul, I pay attention. I ain't stupid, I'm avoiding all the fakes. Watch how I maneuver, tell them get up out the way. You see I'm making power movements. People sleeping on me got me kinda angry. Pin the pillow to their face, ignite the blanket. They state opinions, how the city love the fakest fucking news. Y'all should worry about the conqueror invading. Devil lays an alien attack. All you mortals lacking, be prepared. Battles might just happen. Gladiator captain, teams all on my back, then please release the Kraken. Careful who you dapping. Salty in the sea and tanks are not for tapping. Plenty waves of toxic in my city. I'm so radiant, they hating it because I started killing. Be a fool, I show no pity. Y'all professionally kidding. You be joking about your business. Boy, you know I'm not your nigga. This is part of your decision. Born in Springfield, Massachusetts. Baddest bitches, attitude will be the rudest. They be geek behind computers. Look for likes like a loser. Love your life. Do some music. Pull the strings like an acoustic. Hating's useless. Introduce us just the nuisance. Hey, hello, how you doing? I'm from Massachusetts. We don't like to greet. You speak your piece and keep it moving. Say the belly of the beast, or how you smelling like a sewer. It's gonna kill you if you clean and do your dirty to remove you. They say, how the hell you do it? I'm from Massachusetts. I don't trust a soul, I pay attention. I ain't stupid, I'm avoiding all the fakes. Look, watch how I maneuver. Tell them get up out the way. You see I'm making power movements.
90.7 WTCC FM. All right, we are on with Lisa Lynn. I said right. There's some wars in this house. There's some
certified freak.
Woo! What's up, lady? Uh-oh, I can't hear you, man. She like 10 miles away from the mic. Don't be shy. All right, y'all. We live 90.7 WTCC FM. We on with Lisa Lynn. And she all the way from Cali. She's an artist. So we're going to see if we can get that volume up on her side. And we're going to have some conversations. Is that cool?
Cool.
Everything good?
18.
I can't hear you. There it is. Uh-oh.
What?
I see keyboards. I see all types of instruments.
Oh, she can hear us, but we can't hear her.
Can you hear us clear? Okay. can't hear her.
her now.
I can't hear you though.
Mike D.
So I'm gonna let them work on their mic,
We need.
and then we're gonna get back into some music. While they work on their mic, we'll be right back with it. I'm going back to Megan.
7 days a week, wet and gushy. Make that pull out get
featuring
real.
Megan. See? Y'all thought I was old for a minute.
Yeah, you dealing with some wet and gushy. Bring a bucket
from
and a mop
Massachusetts.
for this wet and gushy. Give me everything you got for this wet and gushy. Beat it up, baby, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this cookie right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a giggle, I'm kinda wild. Look at my mouth, look at my thighs. Sweater is wet, come take a dive. Tie me up like I'm surprised. That's role play, I wear disguise. I want you to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage. Make me dream, make it stream. Out in public, make the scene. I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring.
All right, y'all, 90.7. We have a guest on with us today. Let's see if we can hear her now. What's up? Oh, man, you still mad low. Go into where it says cam mic, go to audio settings, and take the mic off automatic and bring the volume up. I'm drinking Kool-Aid, everybody.
I can hear.
Kool-Aid.
It's too low. They won't. We're live on the air. We can't go that low.
Lemonade Kool-Aid.
I can hear her.
Yeah,
On the
but
radio.
that's not radio.
Oh.
Okay. Can you hear me? Oh, say something until we can hear you.
She's saying check.
Yeah. So you got to come out on the air. You got to check your mic settings. Go to where it says cam/mic for StreamYard. And turn your mic all the way up. So go into your settings.
Okay, wait. Easy when I ride the gun, I'ma spell my name.
There's some.
Yeah, you dealing with some wet and gushy. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet and gushy. Give me everything you got for this wet and gushy. Now from the top, make it drop. That's some wet and gushy. Now get a bucket and a mop. That's some wet and gushy.
I'm talking what?
Oh, you gonna sing live? All right, you ready?
Yo, does it work now?
Uh-oh. Nah, you still mad low. You know what? My microphone does that a lot too. When I'm interviewing, everybody can hear me, but they can't. I mean, I can hear them, but they can never hear me.
Yeah.
So we got to get that right. Because we're on broadcasting live on 90.7. We want to make sure we got our levels just right so everybody can hear you. Especially when you start singing live. We looking forward to hearing that.
Maybe she should exit and come back.
Yeah, you know what? Why don't you come all the way out of StreamYard and then come back in?
For sure.
Let's see if that works.
She says for sure.
For sure, for sure? She said for sure. All right, y'all, here we go. Now I'm on.
We're back.
We doing good, Lisa Thompson Howard. Maybe at some point you'll come on.
They're jive talk. She said.
Oh, I knew what it was.
Oh, why you say you didn't know?
Because
Can you still hear something?
just context. All right, so we live, man. So what's been going on, Malay, since last Monday, man?
I just been chilling, like a villain, you know.
Nah, I don't think they can hear you because you like mumbling kind of low, like you just woke
See,
up.
that's how chill I am. I did kind of just wake up.
All right. So
no,
Sarah,
last week was Eric's show. I performed at Eric's show. He had a bunch of performers there on Thursday at the Echo Lounge.
Okay.
It was dope.
Okay, we back in.
Yeah. All right. Give us a sound check.
Check.
I can't hear it.
It's not.
Say it one more time. Let's see if we can hear you on live.
Yo, check. Nah? Nothing.
Oh, Facebook can hear
Oh,
it.
Facebook in here. It's not coming out here though. That's crazy. All right. So we're gonna have this conversation some kind of way. Let's figure this out.
It's working on Facebook clearly. Wow.
All right, maybe it was me.
I was wondering.
Talk,
Yo.
Get
There
it
you
together,
go.
dude.
talk to me, yo. It was me the whole time.
Mike D is like,
Oh,
on
you
your
on
end.
FaceTime with her.
Yes, Mike D is
Oh,
like,
that's why.
it's
Okay.
not on my
Well,
end.
Yep, now we got it. Okay.
Mike, you just fixed it, didn't you, man?
No.
All right.
How you just now telling us you can hear it?
So talk to us, man. So talk to us. Tell everybody who you are. Introduce yourself.
What up? My name's Lissy Lynn. I mean, you heard from California, Los Angeles. 23. That's about all I got.
Because they can't hear me over here. That's all right. What part of Cali you in?
Los Angeles.
Oh, you a show off, huh?
Uh,
Los Angeles. That means I got a place to visit when I go to Cali, huh?
Hey, that's what's up. You do.
All right. So you're a singer, and I hear that you're a musician. Somebody talks a lot about you. I ain't gonna say any names,
Ooh, I
Chimney.
wanna hear.
How
So
many instruments do you play?
tell me what you play.
Oh man. I think I got 7. I'm up to 7 now.
Yes.
Piano, bass, drums, what oh my gosh. Yeah, guitar, banjo, pan flute.
Banjo. You know what? This conversation is over
That's
because
dope.
I'm a hater. I got guitar. I got an upright bass. I got djembes up in here, and I can't play
none of
anything. I got
Oh,
I got instruments for days, and I got cowbells, shakeras. I can't even play a tambourine.
He just collects them and lets you collect dust.
And you're telling me you're self-taught and you play 7 instruments. I'm a hater, but go ahead, talk to me.
yeah, I produce my most of my music now. What are you doing? Sorry, he's fixing some video stuff. Yeah, that's about it. That's all the instruments I got.
Okay.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
So how long have you been performing? Like, how long have you been doing the music thing since you were a kid? You just kind of woke up one day when you were a teenager. Talk about that.
No, I think I woke up one day as a 6-year-old, asked my mom to play some keys, wrote my first song about a year later, and just stuck with it. And now I know it's for sure what I want to do forever.
Yeah, I can
That's so cool.
understand that. Was one of your parents a musician or artsy or something?
No, like my mom says she can sing, but it's that's not a thing.
I hope she's listening.
I hope so too. I'm gonna call her out.
That's messed up. So wow, dope. So you have a new project out. Talk to us about that project.
Yeah. I can't really say the name of it. It's called I'm Just So Effing Sorry. It's an EP. It's got 4 tracks on it. I don't think I'm playing any of those on there tonight. I pulled up some music from an old EP.
Okay.
First one's called Truly Sorry. I don't know if you got that one.
I think I do.
Yeah.
But we can play that.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to introduce it? We'll play it right now.
Yeah. It's called Truly Sorry. Produced by Fernie Diamond. Shouts to him. Out of Fallbrook, California. Yeah, off my EP called Waves.
Okay, give me a second because I'm still dealing with technical difficulties.
Oh, you're good.
Get it? Nope. Okay, we can still play it. Here we go. So here it is, y'all. Introduce the joint. It's Truly Sorry. It's by
Lissy Lynn.
Lissy Lynn. Here we go, yo. See, I'm trying to be a rapper, right?
Yes, it's here.
Sorry, I'm not who I once was. Tired of living like I used to. Even if it means I lose you.
Hey, yo, Dom, drop that shit.
The past, and baby, you're a last. Our love was a rough drive. I'm truly sorry. I'm truly sorry. Maybe I will see you again. You're my lifelong friend. Didn't think you cared, and that ain't no fair. Don't you think you would go? Just waiting for it to unfold. I'm truly sorry. I'm truly sorry. I'm sorry I'm not who I once was. Tired of living like I used to. Even if it means I lose you. Future waves out the past. And baby, you're alive. Our love was a rough drive. I'm truly sorry. I'm truly sorry. Maybe I will see you again. You're my lifelong friend.
Yes.
I'm taking it. Why do I want it to go on for like another 2 or 3 minutes?
Hey, thank you.
I like it a lot.
Somebody gave me a sampler. So Chimney said you was gonna do something live on the air for us.
I can do that. I think I sent you a beat. What's that?
I said, word?
Yeah.
You sent me a beat. What was the name of the beat?
Nightmare. Should be called Nightmare.
I'll play it from her side though, because it's gonna be a delay.
I know. Hope was wondering about that.
Yeah, you might want to play it from your side. You want to try that one? Let's see what happens.
For sure. Okay.
For sure.
Baby girl,
I like.
that is the smoothest white chocolate you ever gonna get.
Oh, it's on you.
Hey.
You gotta do it on the phone. On my phone.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, y'all. We are live, 90.7 WTTC FM. We're on with Lisa Lynn. She's out of Los Angeles, California. And she's rocking with us tonight. So we're going to vibe off to a couple of her joints.
Actually.
We're going to do something live. We might be able to do it.
All right. No, because this isn't the radio one. It's on, well, you got to give me a minute now because you put me on the spot.
Let's see if we can do it.
Play it.
Links up. Hold on. It's not working. Nah, it's not working.
All right. I mean, I brought another one that's not live. It has
It's all good. Listen, man, this is live, so
yeah, I feel it.
We good.
Yeah. All right.
Do it right.
Actually, I think I got it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it.
That's a big screen.
Yeah.
They're in college as well, all over again, doing all this extra.
Okay.
Let's go. All right, can y'all hear that?
Yeah. Hear that.
Took the time to write the song, nightmares wake me up on the floor. Tears up like my heart is cold, makes the drugs don't work no more. Watching myself up to the ground, if your love's don't choke, get me up with the slow. It's life's a joke, trying to find slow, get me up on the head until I grow. I'm a walking nightmare. I'm a walking nightmare. I'm a walking nightmare. Nightmare. You see if I care. I'm a walking nightmare. Why you flagging me? walking nightmare. See if I care. I'm a walking nightmare. Why you flagging me? Do to me when I'm fast asleep. PTSD, you better watch out for me. I'm a walking nightmare. Just see if I care. I'm a walking nightmare. Why you flagging me? I'm a walking nightmare. Just see if I care. Yeah. Nightmare. In the air. Yeah.
Yeah. That was awesome.
That was great.
I don't know how the quality was over the.
Really? That was good.
That
was nice.
Thank you.
Calm the audience down. We good.
Right.
Yo, that's what's up.
That was
I'm
really
a
nice. I like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have that hook in my head for a while now.
Good.
Store singing Nightmare. So what's up? Where can people find your music, man? If somebody wants to follow you, share all your social media info. Tell them where what platforms your music is on. Talk about that.
Yeah. All platforms. You got it. Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify. Got that free YouTube stuff. And then, what's up? Just Instagram right now. At Lissy_Lynn. Yeah. Oh, LYSSIE_LYNN.
Yes, ma'am. Where do they find your merch at?
Oh yeah. We got a page on Instagram called Prodigy Customs. You can either hit us up there or slide into my DMs.
Have any hats or
Is
anything?
it Prodigy? Like how
do you spell
Like
it?
Prodigy, like PRODIGY custom.
All right, I was wondering if I had an underscore.
Okay. And then do you have anything laying around that I can see right now for the people that are viewing?
Oh yeah. He's pulling it up right now. We got a few different designs.
_O or something.
Is it _0 or _O? So say your Prodigy Customs again.
Oh, with a Z. Customs with a Z?
No.
Spell out Prodigy
Oh,
Customs.
we got it's PRODIGY, and then customs, and then it's _0 _O.
Oh, okay. That's the first one.
All right.
Got it.
We got you. You can play that keyboard in the back. And then somebody on the sidelines had a question. They said, "Can you talk about the lyrics to Nightmare?"
Oh yeah.
He asked, hold on, she answered. She said, "Is that from deep relationship pain?" The lyrics. Was there some trauma associated with them lyrics?
Oh no, that's some real trauma, and just life struggles coming up, and getting diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and just writing about all the nightmares that comes along with that, literally and figuratively. And then just the next song I dropped was called Lucid Dreaming, so that's the good turnaround that happened after all that. So
Okay.
yeah.
Cool, that's what's up. So we got your IG. Talked about the lyrics. You have another song, Outer Space.
Yes. Yeah, that's actually off of my homeboy A-Kid, this producer A-Kid. His project, his new project he just dropped. So yeah, it's actually myself, and it's got Mike D features on it as well on the second half. So yeah.
Let's play it. Want to try it? Let's go.
Let's do it.
Lissy Lynn and Mike D and my CD.
Why you gotta hit me with those bad vibes? Hop up in the ship, let's all place get high. higher than the moon and the sun and the stars. Boy, I know exactly what you are. You're from outer space, no need no play. I feel it, baby, driving me crazy. And I love it, I crave it, I want it, I need it. Please touch me, I felt this gravity pull you away. And I just wanna put us in drive. Super speed, you're all I need. Baby, I got what you please. I just wanna hold you tight. Up with all the stars tonight. Cosmic love, blowing up. All I know is cosmic love is blowing up. No, we are connected like constellations, calling a sweet sensation. And out of space, no gravity to pull you away. Pull you
It's so pretty. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the lighter side of my music.
Like you just, like Dee said, it's like you were just waiting for the last 3-4 minutes of it. It's just, like, just wanted to keep going.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you
a lot.
Well, all
Thank
right.
you.
So, on the merch, I seen the merch all doing the song like a dope commercial. It's like, oh, upside down. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that was on my beanies. Mike D just brought me. This is like the OG Lissy Lynn XOB kind signature design I got. Like, this is my Brandon.
Okay.
Everything stands for.
That's what's up. So if I go to your IG, I can see all the products and everything.
Yeah, you can find a few pictures on my Instagram and then also on the Prodigy Customs page as well.
Okay.
And it's called XOB Kind, right?
Yeah. The brand is XOB Kind.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So what else do we need to know about Lissy Lynn? So when you blow up, just remember when you go to the Grammys, just remember 90.7 WTCC and everything. So you have, when is your project? Do you have an entire project coming out, or do you have an entire project out already?
Both, yes. I got an album out. I have a few EPs and an album out right now. And more excitingly, I got an album in the works called Breathe. And hopefully it'll be dropping at the end of summer. So yeah, this one's about more of like the getting better journey and how everything's coming together and just breathing, taking that deep breath. Finally, yeah.
Now my girl Lisa on the sidelines had another question. She said you're bipolar. She says, can you talk about that? How does that affect your art and your creativity?
That is the main drive behind my creativity for sure. I am so grateful for the struggles that have come with it because I made it into this art that is never ending. It's always going to be there. So just a reminder to people, turn that pain into beauty.
Okay. I dig that. All right. Anything else you want to share before we go with with more music, man? Talk to us.
I don't know.
A whole new audience. I mean, not just on Facebook, but we're broadcasting all across Western Massachusetts. So talk to people who may become potential customers of yours and buying your merchandise and buying your music, man. Why should we be listening to Lissy Lynn?
Oh, Lissy Lynn. If you don't remember that name, you're going to. I don't know. My biggest thing, XOB Kind, just stand for kindness, do good in the world. just doing my music. Also a producer. I'm in school right now. Trying to get my my bachelor's in music production. So
Okay.
yeah, school is like Full Sail University out in Florida. So yeah, that's what's happening right now. I don't got much else for you. Not that interesting. Just listen to my music to find out more about me. Honestly, that's where you get all the good stuff.
All right. You know what's crazy? You said not that interesting, but it's like super, super interesting. You're talking about, disorder. Mental health is like a huge thing nowadays. And people are actually reckoning with it for the first time in this country's history. So when you talk about that, when you talk about how you take that struggle and you just turn that energy into art, that's dope. And I think people need to hear that. It's inspiring. You may think not interesting. I'm like, okay, first of all, she plays 7 instruments. She's self-taught. 2, she has the name Missy Lynn. I'm expecting to hear country, western, or Zydeco or something like that. And I hear these smooth R&B flows, and I hear some riffing in there. And I'm just like, okay, just threw me off. All right. I mean, it's really interesting. So my thing is keep doing what you're doing. And every time you come out with a project, make sure that y'all send us the music because we play everybody's music.
Yeah.
Indie music. We dig indie music. So come out with something new, hit us up, stay in touch. And as you grow, let us grow with you. Just hit the station. We'll come back on live and people next year be like, yo, that's the same sister. We'll be like, oh,
yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
I'm dying to hear you say you play the fiddle. I'm dying to. I just want to ask you to put that fiddle and play something.
I got the banjo. It's actually,
banjo. That's what you said. Grab that banjo real quick.
Got all the instruments over here.
Pick the banjo up and play something.
Man, that's so dope.
Play the banjo.
You're really gonna put me on the spot like that?
Yeah, man.
It's not even tuned.
For your live audience.
You got this, man.
You're on live radio,
and I'm sure somebody's like, why did he tell her to play the banjo? I don't know, because I don't know anybody who plays the banjo.
Oh gosh, it's so out of tune. Do you hear this?
Make it talk. Just make it talk. Make it talk.
Yeah, it's way out of tune.
All right, never mind.
That's the best I could do.
The next time we interview you, you got to make sure that banjo's in tune. I want to hear it. So I want to hear you play the theme from Deliverance.
For sure. God. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I got you.
That is what's up. Yo, it's really cool vibing with you, man. We're going to get off our next phase of the conversation. We got some dope things to talk about. Thank you for joining us. You got to promise you're going to come back on with us again at some point.
Of course. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're more than welcome.
Yes.
And tell your faithful assistant over on the side over there, tell him we say, great job, great job, great job.
Okay.
Yeah. Word.
He's like, I wasn't ready.
Yeah,
I'm in his face with some chicks right now.
Oh, Lisa wants to know what's your zodiac sign.
I'm a Sagittarius all the way.
She said, was it Pisces or Scorpio? Nope, Sagittarius. You got
it. Don't you me as no freaking, what'd you say, Scorpio or Pisces?
Not me. All right, Lisa Lynn, thank you so much for joining us, man.
You.
Keep sending us the music. Your music is fly, so we digging it.
All right, I will. Thank you. Peace.
All right. Peace. All right, y'all. This is 90.7 WTCC FM. This is Monday Night Live with D. Moss and who?
MBS Malay.
Maybe next time she won't whisper it. And I got my girl Chimney up in the house.
But any other time he always like, oh, she's so loud. But when I'm quiet,
you're like super quiet. I'm so quiet. So what we talking about? Come on, red flag. Give me something. She's like,
whatever you want to talk about.
I just want to sleep right now. My pillow is calling me. You woke
Rob
up.
put me to sleep.
had me.
Rob
into
had
it.
me knocked out.
You don't like hear nothing political, huh? See, these young cats, man, they don't want to hear nothing political, boy. It's
I
like,
told
really
you, see, I was like, I was in history class and I was like, and then he had a nerve to slap me in the back of my neck and I was like,
all right.
And it was over.
I know for a fact it definitely wasn't boring because I was digging the conversation.
I didn't say it was boring.
No, I didn't say you said that. I didn't say you said that.
I was about to say it was very informational, but like, you know.
Man, listen, it's so relevant. But check this, we got a little bit of DJ Khaled. We're gonna play some music.
He trying to get kicked off. He just trying to get kicked off Facebook.
Is this curse? It's clean, man.
No, I'm saying because you're playing their music.
But they always kick us off, even when we don't. When we play local music, they take like 1-2 second clip of a beat and they just bounce us.
I mean,
what we gonna do?
Do whatever you want.
Let's see what Khaled said. 90.7 WTCC FM. My name is D Moss, and that's
We the best music.
Background sounds of DJ Khaled. Y'all.
Another one. DJ Khaled.
I did it. 10 times in the change up. I did it. Got my hands in the air right now, cause I just wanna be here right now. I did it.
Take it out, being over, let me see it. If you're looking for a true type, let me be it. I'm from the South, never had a handout. Before I let my people starve, I'll take it out your mouth. So quick to switch up. I'm from the Lone Star, I don't need to click up. It ain't directed, so it ain't respected. Stop dropping clues, cause I ain't no detective. I'm trying to win. Don't care how I do it, just know that I did it. Why you so worried about what I be doing? Counting my money ain't making you rich. Talking down on me don't make you the how my name in your mouth more than your spit. I really encourage my haters to talk. Throwing that shade on me, keeping me lit.
Stayed down till I came up. I did it. 10 toes and never changed up. I did it. Got my hands in the air right now, cause I just wanna be here right now. I did it.
Hey, God damn it, I get it. They don't like to see when we win, but I did it. Hey, I step on my city. Chopsticks sound like a guitar in the air. Stop and take a picture when I'm jumping off a layer. I didn't run it up, it only took a couple years. The money be calling if it wasn't for my little partner. They be talking about I wouldn't even hear. New sports car, go boom, switch gear. Hey, how you goddamn come here? Thought of going vegan, then again, I'm like, for what I got 10 carrots each, am I living right here? 21 Tesla, I don't even gotta steer my climax, ain't even nowhere near it. I stayed down and I came up, I had faith in my spirit.
Stayed down.
Yeah. It's dope when local music is doper than the mainstream music. I'll take T-Swan over DJ Khaled any day.
Yeah.
This is why. This is my
Especially this song.
Yeah, why I gotta change to be next up? And why we let the nation elect Trump? And why, cause I'm black, do I gotta try 2 times harder than y'all just to catch up? Why I feel that they still don't respect us, don't accept us, or protect but arrest us? Why I feel that the world's so messed up? Why the system I live in oppress us? Why these girls on the gram wear less clothes? Why is rap now all about the best hooks? Why I'm always on the internet though? Why I read Facebook more than textbooks? Why did Ricky have to walk to the store? Why Kane have to walk out that door? Why Q still a Raheem? Never seem to see that there was something wrong with Bishop before. Why Pookie go back to the pipe? Why Mitch ain't catch Uncle Ice? Why Floyd Mayweather get to stack up over 200,000 racks when he fight? Why I gotta pay excise taxes? Why I feel like I don't like rappers? Why I feel like I don't like classes? Why it costs so much for a bachelor's? Why I can't get through to the masses? Why they don't know what Springfield Mass is? Why are weak MCs getting passes? Why is everyone a thug and a savage? Why is good nutrition expensive? Why is mass media so convincing? Why is Black Lives Matter offensive? Why I work 40 years for a pension? Why people ask why I'm not signed? Why wouldn't I want to be independent? Why I try and make a living off rhymes? Why I care for a hater's opinion? Why I sweat when I get pulled over? Why am I a threat when I rock pullovers? And why can't I buy wine when I'm 18 but I gotta register to be a soldier? Why I feel like I hate getting older? Why I feel all this weight on my shoulders? Why I brag when you fake that life? Why Aaliyah have to take that flight? Why Christ have to pay that price? Why Trayvon Martin couldn't have started walking down a whole nother way that night? Why I stress but I say I'm alright? Why is everyone rapping like this? Why do millions of rappers exist? Why reality shows ain't so real? Why MJ take those pills? Why boys in the field getting killed?
Why it getting so real in the field? Why is it harder for real MCs? Why I feel like I still can't breathe, yeah. I just gotta know, yeah. Why I can't get through to the masses? Hey. Why they don't know what Springfield Mass is? I just gotta know, Why weak MCs getting passes? Yeah. Why is everyone a thug and a savage? I just gotta know, Why brag when you ain't that nice? Why brag when you fake that life? I just gotta know, Why I can't get through to the masses? Yeah. I just gotta know. Yeah. Why I can't get through to the masses? Why they don't know what Springfield Mass is? Yeah. I just gotta know. Yeah.
That was my man T-Spawn, and I was supposed to have a joint all queued up for y'all, but you know what? I be in here like laid back. So I'm gonna slow it down just a quick second because I gotta get the little sister. I just dig her voice, man. I don't like her, but I love her voice. What a conflict.
Y'all know I don't care.
No matter how long it takes, I'll come back to me. I'll find my confidence and be happy. Look my reflection in the eyes because I see my soul's beauty. I didn't know what I didn't realize, that I didn't grow if all things inside. Looking at things from my only view, I'm asking for change, make my heart break.